Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Cooking Blind with me, Yolanda. On today's episode, we are going to be making a very yummy and comforting soup recipe, which I would like to give a shout out to my son Julian, his school colleague, for sharing this recipe with us. Thanks, Emilia. I hope I do you justice, because the one that you sent home for me to taste was absolutely fabulous. So guys, get your aprons on, ignite your senses, and let's go to the kitchen and let's make deconstructed lasagna soup. Before we start, I would like to ask all of you to please show me some love, help me grow my channel. Please hit that subscribe button, it is free to do. Hit that notification bell for any future videos coming your way. Give me a thumbs up if you like this recipe, and please leave a comment. I always love to read your comments. Now let's get into the kitchen and let's go make some yummy deconstructed lasagna soup. Alright guys, so we're going to start. I am preheating my soup pot here, and we're going to put about 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Okay. And we're just going to give that a few minutes to warm up. Alright guys, our oil is ready to go, and what I'm adding to my pot right now is about 1 pound of ground beef, and also 2 Italian sweet pork sausages. And guys, just to let you know, if you're in the Montreal, LaSalle, Quebec area, I really highly recommend that you stop in Boucherie Marchigiani. That's where I get my sausage, and it is the most flavorful, delicious sausage that you will ever try. So definitely stop in, say hello to Frank, and tell him I sent you. Alright, as you can hear, our meat is sizzling away, and we just want to break it down into small pieces, and we want to cook it through. Okay, just want to brown this and get all those nice flavors coming out of the sausage, coming out of the ground beef. And that's why we didn't add too much oil, just 1 tablespoon, because the meat itself will release its own fat. So this is going to take about, I would say, around 10 minutes to brown our meat, and then we will come back and continue. Alright guys, so our meat is pretty much browned. Okay, and so to our meat now, we are going to add, I have about half a white sweet onion and 3 cloves of garlic that I have minced. So we're going to add that all in. And we're just going to sweat that out for a couple of minutes. And just give it a stir. Alright guys, we're going to just season with some pepper, so it'll give everything some nice flavor. Looks good. And a little bit of salt. Alright. Give it a good mix, and the salt will help sweat the onion out too. Alright, so this is done. So we're going to add, I would say, about 2 cups of sauce. Now this is my Sunday sauce, so if you guys are interested in making that, I'll leave the link to that video in the description for you. Okay, but you can use crushed tomatoes, you can use diced tomatoes, what else can you can use tomato puree, whatever makes you happy. So we're going to put in our 2 cups. Okay. Where's the pot? There, okay. And in she goes. Okay. All right, guys, just give it a good mix. And to this, we're going to add about half a cup of a dry white wine. All right, just to give it nice flavor. And if you don't want to add the dry white wine, you don't have to. You can do without. I just like the flavor it gives the notes once the alcohol burns off. Just put just a tiny bit more. There's not much left. You know what? It's all going in, people. What can I say? I love my white wine. All right. Okay. All right, guys, as this comes to a boil, what we're going to add now, I have here half a tablespoon of dried oregano and half a tablespoon of dried basil. And as I always say, if you have fresh on hand, go ahead and use fresh. It's always better. And we're going to put that in. And we're also going to put in my favorite spice that I always have on hand in the pantry, my roasted garlic and pepper seasoning. So about half a tablespoon of that too. Here we go. We're going to give it a good stir. Oh, this smells phenomenal already. Okay, our base of the soup is now boiling, and what we're going to add to this is about 3 cups of beef broth. I'm going to add that in. All right. And we're going to give it a good stir to get all those flavors in there. Okay, so now we're going to bring this again to a boil, and then we are going to turn the heat down to a slow simmer, and we are going to put the lid on, and we're going to let it simmer for about 45 minutes for all those flavors to get married together. Okay, and then we'll come back and do the few final steps. All right, guys, as we're waiting for our soup to simmer, what I have here is about half a cup of shredded mozzarella, half a cup of ricotta cheese, and half a cup of parmigiano grated, and about 1 tablespoon of parsley, dried parsley flakes, salt and pepper. So what we're going to do is we're going to put everything into the mozzarella, and this is going to be our base of the cheese that will go into our lasagna soup. Okay, so we've got that. We're going to throw in our parsley. There we go. And our parmigiano. Sprinkle that in. Okay, and we're going to throw some salt, not too much, and some pepper. And we're just going to combine everything until it comes into a homogenized paste. All right, guys, so this is nicely mixed. As you can see, everything is well incorporated. Okay, that looks good. So what I'm going to do now, and you do not have to do this, this is totally just for, as they say, for appearance purposes, or for plating. If you get a small little cookie scooper or melon ball scooper, you can scoop some of this cheese mixture. Okay, and then just roll it into little balls with your hands. Now again, this is just purely for plating and making things look pretty. If you have guests coming over and you're making this, I suggest you do this. It just looks prettier. Just roll it and squeeze it in your hands. There you go. So I'm going to do a few more of these just for our plating. And the rest you can leave because we will be using it for our soup. Alright guys, while we're waiting for our soup to simmer away, what you can do is you can start preparing your lasagna. Now you can either buy the long sheets that are rippled on the sides, okay, and then you can just cut them just into small bite-sized pieces, okay. So it just takes a little bit of time just to kind of give it a, with your fingers, just chop it up, okay. You can do that, or I found these. They are called, I will show you guys, they're awesome. When I saw this, I had to buy these. They are called mafalde corte, or little lasagna corte. So they're like little bite-sized pieces of lasagna noodles, lasagna pasta I should say. So if you can find them at your local grocery store, I suggest you buy these. If you can't, then just buy the big sheet and cut it away with your hands. But this is much more convenient and they look so much prettier. Alright guys, 45 minutes has passed. We're going to take a look. Oh yeah, it's bubbling away. Put our lid down there. Let's check it out. Oh, nice. The meat is all beautifully cooked. All of our spices are infused. And so I do believe we can go on, and we are going to throw in our little lasagna pasta here. So this is about 250 grams, but you can do less depending how many people you're feeding. So just going to throw this in, and no, you do not boil it ahead of time. You want this to cook inside the broth. Give it a stir. Nice. Okay, add the rest. There we go. And just give it a good stir. And this is cooked to package directions, so it says about 8 to 10 minutes. So we will go with about 9 minutes, somewhere in between. Alexa, set a timer for 9 minutes.
9 minutes, starting now.
So we'll just let that bubble away and give it a stir every now and then because you don't want it sticking to your pot. Alright guys, our timer is going off, so that means we are done here. So I'm just going to turn everything off. Alexa, turn off timer. And we're just gonna give it a few minutes just to calm down the boiling part. So maybe about 2-3 minutes. All right guys, as you can see, the boil has stopped. Now we've turned everything off. And at this point, what we are going to do is our ricotta, mozzarella, and parmigiano mixture that we had done. We are going to spoon this in. And you know what? My hands are clean. I'm going to use my hands. It just makes it so much easier for me. So we're just going to put small pieces. Okay. Just crumble it all over there. All right. All right. And we're just going to mix it all in. Just poke it down and give it a nice gentle stir, because we want all of that cheesy goodness to melt into our lasagna soup. Because technically lasagna is pasta, meat, lots of cheese, and sauce. So we're just going to mix this around till everything is nicely incorporated, and then we will begin plating. All right guys, there's our finished product, our lasagna soup, served with two little pieces of my son's homemade bread, which I've toasted and just have put a little bit of olive oil on. And so now for presentation, remember those little cheese balls that we made? So we're going to just put it on top. Put one over there, one over here. Let's see here if I can do something pretty. And is this the middle? I hope so. There we go. And then just a small sprinkle. Again, this is just for presentation of dried basil, just to make it look pretty. Put a little bit more. There we go, all done. There you have it, folks. So again, a shout out to Emilia for showing me this beautiful recipe of deconstructed lasagna soup. And I hope you guys will get into your kitchens. Again, if you want to check out the recipe for the Sunday meat sauce, you're more than welcome to. I will leave that link into the description box for you, so you can use it as part of this recipe. So I hope you guys will get into your kitchen, start cooking, make something yummy for your families to have for dinner, and I will see you the next time with another great recipe. Take care. All right guys, as this comes to a boil, we are going to add, what I have here is about half a tablespoon of oregano, dried oregano, and half a tablespoon of dried basil. Okay, take that out.